While Harley Quinn undoubtedly stands out as one of Joker's most iconic partners, Batman Arkham City introduced a duo of henchmen just as memorable as the notorious clown Princess of Crime. The talented teams at Rocksteady and Warner Bros. Games Montreal delved deep into Batman's rogues gallery during the creation of the critically acclaimed Batman Arkham series. This effort resulted in a diverse array of formidable bosses to confront and side quests to embark on, while foiling the nefarious plans of villains like the Joker, Penguin, and the Scarecrow. However, amid this diverse cast of foes, one pair of specialized minions left a lasting impression when they made their debut in its seminal Batman Arkham City back in 2011. Yet surprisingly, the Abramovici Twins have not resurfaced in the dark alleys of Gotham City since then. In this video, we will dive deep into the comics that explore their backstory and see what lies for the twins in the future. So without further ado, let's begin. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. From Siberia to Gotham, a journey of grief and blood. As far as DC villains are concerned, Joker is definitely one of the most prolific characters concerned. In fact, he can be listed in any list that speaks out about the best supervillains irrespective of the publishing house. Naturally, he also has a penchant for recruiting the most deluded of fools to follow him, some even dress like him. But one night, Batman came across someone much worse, someone who was different and whose presence in Arkham City was most curious. Batman had captured one of Joker's Me for interrogation, but he had also gotten a picture of this strange new bully in town. After uploading the picture on a Bat computer for processing and facial recognition, Batman learned that this guy had a tragic yet violent past. But it wasn't the computer that gave Batman this little piece of information. It was Nightwing, aka Dick Grayson, who along with his parents used to perform at a circus until the death of his parents. After cross-checking old photos, Dick got a match. The subject was one named Abramovici, once known to the world as the two-headed terror of man. The photos brought back a few memories to Dick, the kind of memories that stick around with you as a kid. He says that he once heard rumors about Abramovici, the Conjoined Twins who hailed from the cold deserts of Siberia. It was said that they came from a poor family. Their father, Andre, was a humble shoemaker, while not much was known about their mother, except that she died while giving birth to the twins. The father came home rushing to see his loving wife on the birthing table, bloody and lifeless, but she had brought new life into the world. A life that disgusted Andre because all he saw was that the newborns took the love of his life away from him. It overwhelmed poor Andre with insurmountable grief, and he resorted to taking things into his own hands. He went to a nearby bridge with his twins, planning to throw them into a stream below, but upon seeing a wolf protecting two of her pups, Andre knew he could not bring himself to commit this final act, but he did find other means to do that. Being a timid man, weak and broken, too afraid to take charge of things, he left the kids on the doorsteps of a freak show owner. They were raised with their new surrogate family and eventually found their place in the world. It was only when they brutally killed a tiger, attacking the audience, that the Siamese twins became famous. From that moment on, they were named Hammer and Sickle, after the weapons they used. Interestingly, the hammer and sickle were also the symbols of the Soviet Union and represent international communism to this day. Anyway, Hammer and Sickle soon gained a reputation for their strength and brutality, traits that attracted people from all corners, including the ones with ulterior motives. One day, the freak show owner heard a knock on his door. It was Harley Quinn. The man refused to sell the twins to her as had been requested by Joker, so of course the man was soon killed in cold blood and the twins were transported to Gotham. In one of his recent encounters, Batman came across Hammer, who was wearing Joker makeup, and went after Batman, who managed to give Hammer a temporary but potent electric shock before escaping. So yes, the twins had been separated by Joker, and Batman suspected that it could be the work of Dr. Thomas Elliot. Wingless Bird. Thomas was one of Bruce's best friends as a child. The two of them grew apart while growing up, mostly because Elliot was jealous of Bruce and his inherited fortune. Nevertheless, Elliot was a gifted but twisted surgeon who started working as a faculty in Arkham Asylum, and ever since then, there had been an increase in the number of bodies with questionable medical work done on them. The Joker realized that the conjoining of the twins was actually posing to be a bit of a hindrance. He believed that if separated, they would be able to work better and more efficiently. That's how Elliot came into the picture. Joker interviewed several twisted surgeons and ultimately settled for Elliot. He gassed the twins with unconsciousness. He began his work on the twins and succeeded in separating them. However, they both now missed an arm each. The Siberian giants lay there, still unconscious, bandaged and bloody, but Joker, being Joker, now figured that he needed only one right-hand man and not two, and asked Harley to just toss the other one out with the garbage. Harley went to Gotham Harbor to do the needful but stopped her men just before they were about to toss Mr. Sickle into the water. She instead got another idea and dropped the freshly operated twin on the doorsteps of the Penguin. And Penguin took the giant wingless bird under his care. Meanwhile, Arkham City had been gripped by the ongoing feud between the Penguin and the Joker. The Jokers had recently botched one of Penguin's deals, and the latter came for payback not long after. Naturally, there was a bloodbath, and Penguin's enforcer appeared on the scene, a hulking man with one arm, killing the Jokers left, right, and center. This was one of those guys who turned their disabilities into special abilities. He was a relentless and ruthless killer, leaving no room for the Jokers to escape the ordeal. Of course, Mr. Hammer was not far behind. He joined the fray from Joker's side, accompanied by Harley. The twins now found themselves on the opposite sides of the line, each working for a dreaded Gotham criminal. But after Joker's death, later in the story, the twins found themselves sitting together, reminiscing the events that had unfolded in the past few days. They figured that they should not have parted ways in the first place and vowed to stick together for the rest of their lives, believing that they would become unstoppable as a duo. These guys are one of the most formidable enemies of Batman in Batman Arkham City. In Batman Arkham City, the formidable Abramovici twins posed a significant challenge to the Dark Knight. Their sheer size and strength made them some of the game's toughest adversaries. Batman first encountered Hammer while investigating the steel mill in Arkham City, where players could manipulate him into attacking Joker's henchmen. Similarly, Sickle awaited Batman at the Gotham Museum, where the Penguin held Mr. Freeze captive. Towards the end of Arkham City, Batman stumbled upon both siblings within the steel mill. This reunion prompted the brothers to pledge never to be apart again. In the Batman Arkham timeline, the Abramovici twins made one final appearance. They were reattached and sent to Penguin as a message from Scarecrow in the Batman Arkham Knight prequel comic. Marvel's verdict. Even the seemingly ordinary henchmen employed by the villains were infused with distinct personalities in the Batman Arkham games. They often engaged in humorous and casual conversations while standing guard, unaware that the Caped Crusader might be lurking nearby. The games offered a rich variety of enemies for players to confront, ranging from standard thugs to shielded adversaries who required clever tactics to expose their vulnerabilities, as well as nimble ninjas that truly put the Batman Arkham series' renowned combat system to the test. It is largely unfortunate that these colossal siblings have yet to reappear in the other Batman games or comics despite their intriguing design and backstory. Let's hope that the Abramovici twins might return in Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, set in the same universe as Arkham City. In this new context, they could make a cameo appearance or be formidable foes sent to thwart Task Force X under Brainiac's control. Regardless, their memorable presence in Batman Arkham City left a lasting impact on the world of Batman. If you like our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.